another stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. And Allie is on the side of me. Actually, you can see her a little on the side of the camera in the corner. And if you happen to hear any growling, that's her. I try to move her and she will not let me move her. So you might see part of her in the video today. So I want to let y'all know that my blood pressure did go down. It was down more yesterday. Today it's still lower than what it was, but it's higher than yesterday. So hopefully it will stay going down. And I also want to let y'all know Friday of this week, Frank is going to be having a small procedure done. He has venous stasis in his leg. So they're going to be going in on the vein. And it was actually, well, it started off, Frank kept telling me that it was the end of the month. I mean, the middle of the month that his surgery was going to be. And even today I was like, you need to check to see when your surgery is. And so I came across his little cord and it said the February 5th, and I'm like, it's sooner than we thought. And then the doctor's office called today and they ended up changing it to this week. So hopefully everything goes well with his surgery. So please keep him in your prayers. In today's video, we're going to talk about loom knitting. And if you're not familiar with loom knitting, it's a very easy way to introduce yourself into yarn crafts, especially if you're feeling intimidated by learning how to knit or crochet. It's, in my opinion, a lot easier to learn how to loom knit. And I'll show you one of the looms. If you notice, you have all these little pegs on it. And there are different stitchings that you can use with loom knitting, but the basic stitch and the easiest is the E stitch, where you're just basically wrapping the yarn around like an E, and you go all the way around, and then you come back a second time where each peg will have 2 stitches on it. And you have this little hook right here, and you'll just take the bottom yarn and pull it over the top. So it's really easy. And this one I used a lot making shawls with. You can also make blankets with it, but typically with big projects you will have to sew panels together, which I'm not a big fan of sewing panels together. And there's also the infinity loom that is really good for making blankets. If you want to loom knit blankets, that's really the best one to use for blankets. And you have different sizes that you can get. Well, usually they come in the kits with different sizes. And you can make scarves on them, but scarves you can make on both the round and the rectangular looms. And then you have the circular looms. And the smaller ones you use for baby or child hats. Here's another. And then this is one that I would use for making hats. Now the thing is, if you notice, there's a big gap on these looms. So these looms here are really best for bulky yarns. Because if you use like the weighted 4 yarn, you're usually going to have to double it. And I'm going to show you a hat that I made. And if you notice, like I find it kind of looks sloppy with the double. And you notice I made this flower. And that, I have a flower loom, which I couldn't find it for this video. But it's a tiny round loom. And you can make flowers with it. And I put a button in the center of it. And then here are some other looms. And also, with the round loom, you can also make the triangle shawls on that too. And this loom is actually my favorite one for making hats. Because this one, the pegs are closer together, where I find it works really good with #4 weighted yarn. So this is my favorite to make hats with. But since I learned how to knit and crochet, I haven't really, I don't really loom knit anymore. And I want to show you another tool that is handy with loom knitting. If you notice, it kind of looks like an ink pen. And there's a little metal piece here. And you'll put your yarn through here and you'll stick it down the thing, and then you'll wrap the yarn across this metal piece. And it makes it a lot easier when you're doing your stitches, because like that, and it's faster to loom knit with one of these. So if you get into loom knitting, I do recommend getting one of these. And some people have also used an ink pen and taken the ink port out of it and been able to do the same thing. So you might be able to find a creative way to make them. Now I'm going to show y'all some shawls that I loom knitted. And this, I believe this was the Red Heart Super Saver ombre yarn that I use in the brown shades. And you'll also notice for the fringes, I added some wooden beads. Whenever I was loom knitting, I got on a kick with adding beads to fringes. But this is what this one looks like. And then this is a zebra striped, which this is a Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I don't remember the exact color. And on these I also used the beads for the fringes. And I kind of did a, where you kind of have it knotted. Let's see if I can show it better. So I got kind of a little fancy with the fringes on this one. And with these shawls, I really don't remember what stitching I use. It's been a couple of years since I've made them, so I can't really tell you what pattern to go to for them. But if you do want to get into loom knitting, I can point you in the direction of some good channels to follow on YouTube for patterns. And this is a triangle shawl that I made, which I put fringes with the beads. And this is the pink camo yarn by Red Heart. I'm running out of room on my table. And like I said, Allie's on the table here and she's in my way. Oops, let's see. This, I call it my unicorn shawl. This is actually the same yarn that I used for the unicorn poop emoji hat. And I had some left over after I finished the shawl. So I used it for that hat. And I had fringes on this shawl. And I think this is the first shawl here that I loom knitted. And this one I used one of the ombre yarns. Oops, I have it the wrong way. And I think this was like the lighter blue for the ombre. And you'll see I have fringes on this one too. Okay, and I also have this shawl here, which this one's kind of more like a wrap. And this was done in the pink shade of the Red Heart ombre yarn. I told y'all I like the ombre yarns. And I also have this one. I want to say this was a Mandela yarn. And if you notice, I have the beading and the trellis for the fringes. But I think this yarn was Mandela. I have one more I want to show you. And this one, really, it's more like an afghan than a shawl. But I did it in the red, white, and blue. And I put fringes on it. And this is when I had to sew panels together on. I have started making some stitch markers. I have a bunch of charms and beads from whenever I was making earrings. And I was like, I think I'm going to make some stitch markers because I keep seeing all these beautiful stitch markers that other people are making. So I decided to give my try at it. And I went ahead and ordered some of the clasps, the lobster clasps for them. And I started making some yesterday and today, which this one is a pretty butterfly one. Oops. I did it the wrong way. Sorry about that. See how pretty this one is? I don't know how well you can see the charms on these, but it is a butterfly. And then I have this heart with a rose in the center. And this one is a monkey. And this one's a sunflower. And this one has a little fish tail, the fish, with faith written in it. And this one is a little crab. It's shaking. This one is a unicorn. And this one is a kitty cat. And I think this one is actually a kitty cat. At first I thought it was a mouse, but then when I started looking at it more, it looks more like a cat than a mouse. Hopefully you could see them. They keep shaking. And this one, it says I love my cat. And on the other side it has a paw print. And this one is of a turtle. This one has a little hand that says handmade. This one is a dragonfly. Oops. And this one is of the American flag. And this one is a cow. And what I'm thinking about doing for my 200 subscriber giveaway, I'm thinking about making, it would be just a small giveaway, a really small one. But I'm thinking about making some stitch markers for a giveaway. And I want to know your opinion. Would y'all like to get stitch markers for a giveaway? So let me know, and I'm going to try to come up with what I'm going to do for my next giveaway. So probably in about a week, I'm going to post a new one up for y'all to celebrate reaching 200 subscribers. Which, by the way, I made 200. Woo! And now my goal is to reach 300. So hopefully soon, I'll be at 300. Guess what? This video is also turning into a giveaway unboxing. I recently won a giveaway off of Ella's channel, No Catchy Name. And she has a really good channel, so I highly recommend that y'all check her out. She does a lot of cute projects, and she does a lot of stuffed animals. So I highly recommend her channel. I'm going to link it down in the description box below. So yeah, go check her out. So let's see here. Okay, I have a cord. You see how pretty the flowers are on it? And it says, "Hi Connie, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I can't wait to see your video with this yarn, Ella." Thank you, Ella. And here's the yarn. It's 2 skeins. And it's Euro Yarn by Knit Crate. And it has chunk on it. I'm guessing that's the color name. Oh, I'm sorry. The colorway is actually Petal. And it's 82% merino wool, 18% Peruvian Pima cotton, and it's super bulky. 109 yards, 100 grams. But yeah, this is some pretty yarn. I can't wait till I start making something with it. So thank you so much, Ella. I really love the yarn. I'm going to put that yarn to some good use. In cat news today. Well, yesterday, Sophie slept most of the day. So then when she finally decides to wake up, and it was dark outside, guess what she wanted? The door to be open. And she was crying, and it was just like, no, Sophie, it's too late for the door to be open. And you could tell she was not happy. And Allie has adopted a new spot where the table that I do my filming on, it's a folding table. And now she decides that she's just going to chill all day on my table. Like I said, she's right next to me. And while I'm filming, I'm trying to juggle all the stuff that I wanted to show you with her also on the table. So that was fun. But that's about all that's been going on with the cats. Hasn't been very eventful. I think they used their rambunctiousness over the weekend, and now they're just kind of just chilling. So that's all going on in their world. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, and please share my video on your social media platforms. That way I can get to 300 subscribers soon. Thank y'all very much. And I hope everyone is having a fabulous yarny day. And bye.